Hello and welcome to today's video as we cover the player moves that took place today and big news. I guess normally I don't cover news like this, but I think it's notable. And then America's Cup 2026. So first we have Naou of Top Esports. He's being investigated for what I can only believe is win trading in the playoffs for Top Esports. Now this is a big deal because one, it's win trading, but it's the first time I think we can see it happening in the playoffs with international opportunities on the line. I mean, it is regular. I mean, it's playoffs, and to win trade, that's weird. Especially supposedly, a couple teammates came forward and said, "Hey, I want this guy. I mean, I want my teammate investigated because I think that he won't win trade." And it makes you think like it's almost like a solo queue thought, right? Like, oh my God, that guy is win trading. Like, how long did the players have an inkling that Naou might have been win trading to think that he was win trading and not get the benefit of the doubt from his teammates? Now, he'd been in the Top Esports organization prior in Challengers before playing with Rare Atom, LGD, and NIP before ending up back on Top Esports now. But he's a great player. It's unfortunate because statistically, I mean, he put up okay numbers. I mean, a 7 CS per minute, more traditional jungler, not super high ROI, a 1.15, negative 4.5 share differential. Vision was good, +5, behind only 110 gold. You got to keep in mind, he played a lot of playoff games as well. So that is a factor when it comes to this. Just one second. Yeah, so it's going to be a shame. Usually players don't come back from this. More so thinking of Top Esports Tien as a return, as a replacement possibly. Elio, MVK allows him to leave. This is the third player from Vikings that have left in the last 2 days. Shogun and Kadi yesterday, Elio today. That leaves a very young top side in Kratos and Guri. Puddin also left, so he's not replacing Shogun. But it makes you think, Shawnee, probably Harky and Sulong. I think Sulong is on their academy team, could be wrong. But Sulong did play with the team in 2025, and he did well for a young player, one of the youngest players in LOL Esports Tier 1 in 2025. So there is that to consider. Elio had a 2.4 KDA, 67 KP, very traditional as well, 0.72 ROI. That's very standard for a facilitator, support back in the day. Not necessarily those aggressive supports we see now that are dealing a ton of damage, nearly 1 damage per gold. Vision efficiency, solid, +2. Wide champion pool. MVK definitely are, changing course between winter and spring. Then we have America's Cup 2026. Furia beat Sentinels 3-0. It was not as dominant as a 3-0 would suggest. Actually, it was about a 56-44 split in terms of gold control in this series. Sentinels leading for the vast majority of Game 1 when you take into account Drake control. Game 2 back and forth. Game 3 Sentinels led very briefly in the early game, but Furia did control for probably at least 80% of Game 3. Sentinels had moments though. I mean, they took Barons in Games 2 and 3 very late, but could not turn them into anything. So IU had 3 solo or 2v2 kills, going 23, 7, and 26. Leading in damage and KP as well, 27 and 78% respectively. So he was the MVP in terms of getting shit done. He was always present, dealing the damage and not dying. Sentinels, Rahel. Rahel had 2 solo 2v2 kills himself, going 9, 6, and 14. Impact, 28% of the team's damage. Hambuk, 78 KP for Sentinels. Drake's 11-6 for Furia. Barons 5-2. It goes to show how sloppy this was. Furia did not do well with their power plays either. Like I said, they ended games 2 and 3 right after Sentinels took Baron themselves. Sentinels threw both their Barons, averaging less. They were actually negative on the power play, negative 1,022 on average. Furia only averaged 369 gold. I think 3 of their Barons were negative, definitely 2 of them. And that's not a recipe for success, but luckily Cloud9's playing like shit as well, so all 4 teams kind of playing sloppy League of Legends, and, we're going to kind of ignore that. And hey, a win's a win, but that's why these regions are where they are. This is why, a region mentality, if you will, of the fans and things does play a role in what the team is going to accept as acceptable play or not. Hey, if it gets the job done and it pays the bills, keeps asses in the seat, and viewers' eyes on the games, it doesn't matter. But you should not accept you should not accept something in a win that you wouldn't accept in a loss. And this series definitely says that. Gigo had 2 solo kills as well in Game 3 on Bassa, so he was pretty strong in that one. Toots played well in this series. Really, all of Furia did. I expected Tatu and Hambak to be a big difference, and in the early game of Game 3, that was the case, certainly. But otherwise, it was just a one-sided affair. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.